Hey, how's it going? Thank you so much for watching Solar Buzz TV. This is Manny, your host, and I am honored to be here with you today. So today we're going to talk about killing the electric bill, which is what families are calling it. And the reason they want to kill the bill is because they're realizing that they're paying too much, that they're part of a monopoly that is not fair to them. And the first thing that we want to do here is create some awareness regarding exactly what you're paying for on your bill and how you are being billed for them. So let's take a quick dive into an actual example. Now, this is a real bill. What we did here is we X'd out the name and the address of this customer to keep them private. But the first thing that you're going to realize here is there's a little usage snapshot, really cool little graph that shows families exactly what their energy consumption is from month to month. Here on the left-hand side, you have kilowatt hours consumed, and then you have your months on the bottom. There's also a summary section that shows you that in this case, this family used a total of 23,726 kilowatt hours over the course of 12 months. And it also shows them more or less what their average monthly usage is. Now, the reason that's important is because when these families are looking at designing a solar system, they're going to use that information along with their solar system designers or whatever company they're working with to create a system that's going to cover 100% or more of their current energy consumption. So let's go into the bill details, which is really important and where a lot of families start getting queasy once they realize what they're paying for. So in this case, this customer is paying $225, okay, and this was for their previous month in terms of energy consumption, which is based off of 1,538 kilowatt hours. Now, if you do the math here, if you take 225 divided by 1538, it's roughly almost 15 cents. So 225 divided by 1538 is, almost 15 cents per kilowatt. What a lot of families are experiencing is that when they transition over to solar, they can get their cost down to about 10 cents, 11 cents per kilowatt, which is a significant savings. If you take 10 cents divided by 0.15, that's roughly almost a 30% or more reduction. And what that is helping families do in the state of Florida, the average size home that has a properly built solar system is saving them anywhere between $50,000 and $100,000 over the course of 25 years. So it's a really great way to have a green footprint and save some money. But let's keep going and let's look at the actual bill. Let's start with the smallest fee on the bill. This is called an asset securitization charge. Most people don't know what the heck that means. Well, government requires the utility companies to disclose it. In this case, here's what it says. It says that the asset securitization charge is a charge to recover costs associated with nuclear asset recovery bonds. And then it says Duke Energy Florida is acting as a collection agent. So basically, Duke's customers are paying for a big mess that they purchased. And here it is. So basically, there was a nuclear power plant that Duke purchased that they thought they were going to be able to fix up to continue to use. It was built, I think, in the 70s. And after much tinkering, they realized that the nuclear reactors and the nuclear power plant couldn't be resurrected. So instead, they had to dismantle the whole thing, which was going to cost about $1.2 billion. So it was a huge mistake. And then obviously what they're doing is they're passing on the cost of that decommissioning of the nuclear power plant over to Duke's customers. And that, again, is what that little small charge is. And although it only looks like $3, it's $3 over the course of 60 plus years. If you guys want to do your own research, you guys can just Google shutting down Crystal River's nuclear power plant will cost $1.2 billion, and you can read more about it. So that's the first little charge here, and every single customer that Duke has to pay that every single month. And I believe that the timeline was something for like 60 total years. Then there's another second set of charges here, and this is called fuel charge. Now that's the actual fuel cost for the power plant to produce enough power for this particular residence. Okay, so in this case, you're looking at roughly, $55. But here's where it gets crazy. Customers, good, hard-earning, customers that work really hard for the money, pay a lesser fee for the first 1,000 kilowatt hours, and then they get dinged. If they go over 1,000 kilowatt hours, they get penalized, right? And this, although this only shows up as a penny, it's actually like a 30% increase. So that's the first thing that a lot of families are realizing is like, why am I being penalized for being a good customer? And it's just basically supply and demand, right? The more power you are consuming, then the higher you are going to pay for that extra power that you're consuming, okay? Then there's another set of charges here, which is called an energy charge. Now, this is basically the delivery fee. So, we have to pay our fair share of all of the infrastructure in the grid, right? The towers, the substations, the transformers, the actual power plant itself. Every time they upgrade the system, if something breaks because of a natural disaster, something like that, those are all charges that are baked into this energy charge. Now, the crazy part is, look at this. The delivery fee, which is what this is, it's $130, call it $130 compared to $55, which is what it actually costs to power the home for the month. And this is kind of like, to put in perspective, let's say you have a favorite pizza place on the street and you order a pie and it's $20 and you say, hey, go ahead and deliver it, right? When it gets to your home, they charge you a total of $70, right? $20 for the pizza and $50 for delivery. Now, my question to you is, and what some of these families are asking themselves too, is how much longer are you going to continue to buy pizza from, Joe's Pizza Place on the street? And the response is, I'm not going to buy any more pizza from them because the delivery fee is ridiculous, or I'm just going to go pick it up myself, right? And that's exactly what families are doing. They're saying, I am sick and tired of paying these crazy fees. I'm just going to get my own power supply system through solar, and I'm going to cut out the middleman. I'm going to kill this bill. I'm going to get rid of these excessive delivery fees, and I'm just going to pay myself instead of paying a utility company. And then you have this other charge here, which is called a customer charge. You're going to pay this no matter what if you're connected to the grid, whether you have solar or you don't have solar, and that's roughly $12. And this is basically their customer charge for the meter that's on your home, for customer service, to do your billing, all those type of things. But the other advantage of going solar is when you take a look at the high taxation rates, right? When you go out and you buy goods and services out there, depending on the county that you're in, you're paying anywhere between 6.5% and 7.5% of sales tax. In this case, you're paying close to 16%. Well, let's take a look here. 32 divided by 206. You're paying 15.5% in taxes. And when you have your own solar system, you don't pay any more of those crazy taxes. So that is one of the main reasons why families are switching over to solar, but there's a catch. The catch is that these big utility companies are currently working with new legislation to try to get rid of or modify the current net metering program that's in place that allows, for example, Duke Energies to be able to get a 1-for-1 net metering. What that means is that for every kilowatt hour they send to the grid, they get 1 kilowatt hour back for free, and they're wanting to reduce that. So time is of the essence. For families that already have solar installed, they're going to be grandfathered in, and you could read more about that if you Google search utility companies wanting to do away with net metering in the state of Florida, and you'll be able to see that for yourself. So time is of the essence. If you need a good company to help you with a free energy assessment and solar design, you can reach out to the sponsors of the show today, which is American Clean Energy Solar. They are down here in the description below, so you can check out their website and give them a call. If not, reach out to a good reputable company in your area and have them do the same. Well, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, and don't forget, please subscribe and hit that bell, because we're going to be producing more transparent educational solar content that's going to help you save a ton of money in the years to come. Take care. Be blessed. Ciao.